Hey you guys, today I'm going to be showing you what you guys need to play circle creatures. So first, I'm going to be playing as a blue piece, as you can see here. You're going to need a dice, and each player will have a dice, but I'm just demonstrating how the game works. So right now you guys are just going to need one dice for your player, and then each player, I'm going to shuffle these 5 circle creature cards, and then each player gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 circle creature cards, and then these are what you call super cards. And you get one of those by combining on your combination sheet, and each combination costs 50 coins. Now let me show you what coins do. This is your combination mat as well. You have to fuse 2 circle creatures from your ordinary pile in order to get 1 ultimate creature. So your ultimate creatures go here as well. And then you also get 3 hearts to start off with. That's going to be what keeps you revived. So if you die from getting attacked by another player, like yellow, red, or green, then you can use one of these hearts. But there's also bad hearts, which negates a heart. So these would go both if someone chooses to negate against you, but I can use them against another player as well. And then you also have coins, which each signify a different amount, and you can choose anywhere on the X to play them, but those are after your first roll. And then also you have action cards, which correlate to a certain action. Like this one says, green and blue lose any large coins in hand and are given to yellow and red, which would hurt me, for example. But that's just an example of action cards. So I'm putting the action cards here as well. And then each player also gets 10 coins. And that will just go to your hand for now, so you can use them for later or break up change. So first, I'm going to roll. So I got 6, so I move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in any direction. So you can move anywhere. And these are the only areas that your enemy cannot attack you, is areas without the X on it. So then, now that my first move is done, I can choose where I want to put coins. So if I want to put them right next to me, or if I want to work with another player, I can incentivize to put them near my other players. So I think I'm going to do that this turn. And so, since I'm showing you guys an example of how it's played, I'm going to reveal what my circle creatures are. So we've got Metacallion, which is number 18, attack 600, defense 600, and then my health is 1200. And then I've got a Hedon Bottle, which is 700, 700, 1400 health. And then I've got a Waspus, which is 800, 800, and 1600 health. 900, 900 for 1800 health. And then 1000 attack, defense 1000, and then 1300 for health. So basically that's a pretty good hand. So now let's say I'm playing with red, which for now I'm not going to get out their hearts or coins or anything. I'm just going to get out the pieces themselves. And actually I'm going to do green here. So now let's say green's playing. Here's green. So we're going to roll for green. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they choose to attack me, let's say, on 6. So they get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 creatures. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now they can choose to set their monsters in attack or defense. So they can choose like 1 attack, 1 defense, 1 attack, 1 defense, and 1 attack. So now I flip my cards, and I can choose which one I want to attack with, which in this case I have a 900, I have an 800, and I have a 1000. So I'm going to lay down my 1000, and I'm going to attack his monster in defense position, we'll say. So I tap, and he has 100, so I give him 900 attack damage. So he's sent to the graveyard, which goes over here on the side of the board. And then I'm going to attack his monster and attack. And his monster has 200 attack, 200 defense. So I win by 800 points for that one. So his monster takes 400 attack damage and is sent to the grave as well. But see, if he wants to use hearts, he can use 2 of his hearts to put his guys back in battle for his turn. That goes back to his hand. So then I attack his next monster, and his health is higher than mine, so my card is sent to the grave. So I can choose if I want to use 1 heart and save my guy from being killed and put it back into my hand. And these are the basic rules for circle creatures. I'll teach you guys more and make more videos on it. If you guys are interested in this, just leave a comment that you want to see more circle creatures videos. And this has just been an instructional video on the basics and fundamentals of how to play it. Also, before I leave, I think I'm going to show you guys how combinations work. So here's my combination mat. So let's say I roll, right? Roll 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I take this coin, this coin, this coins. Okay, so I got those coins. So now I can use 20 of my coins, and then I can use 20 of my coins. And then I can use my 10 of my coins, and that's 50. So I'm using my change right here. That's 10 coins. And then what I'm going to do, since his monster won, it stays on the field until somebody challenges it as well, because mine was sent to the grave, but I chose to revive. So I'm get to put this monster that got killed by this red monster back into my hand. And then I'm going to take this and combine it with this to draw 1 strong monster. And strong monsters have 2,000 attack and 2,000 defense for 2,500. So these ones automatically go to the graveyard. So those ones go to the graveyard. The money also stays in the bank pile. And then my turn would be finished after I grabbed my rare monster. And that's basically the simplistic, and you can keep the monsters and what monsters you have in your hand. So right now I've got 4 because my 1 monster was sent to the grave. My 2 monsters were sent to the grave for a total of 4 monsters, which I would have had 6 if I didn't, but I would have had weaker monsters. Still would have had 5. So that's basically, and you want to save your hearts because they can revive your monster. You also want to save your bad hearts if you're challenging against somebody. So you can basically get rid of their hearts because each one of these negates the other. So you'd have 2 right there. That would be negated. And then basically you can get rid of their chances to bring the monster back onto the field. And whoever runs out of monsters first loses. And you can also keep like a tally board that tells you how many points each person has for like kills on monsters. So let's say I want to challenge and attack this guy. I can't challenge yet until I roll. So let's roll for green. It was green's turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he went here. So now it's my turn. Okay, rolled 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I challenge and I am going to attack his monster that's face down right here. And he dies because I have 2,000 attack. So he loses 1,500 and his monster goes to the thing. So now it's his turn to roll. So he got a 3. So he can choose to challenge or he can go around me. 1, 2, 3. He chose to go around me. And each player also gets coins. I only get coins because I was showing an example, but he would get coins to play as well. So let's say we give him these 2 coins. Usually you would get 5, but I'm just giving him 2 for these instructions of the video. So he puts 1 there, and then he can put 1 further or something, or close to him if he wants. It doesn't really matter. But there, then his turn is done, and it goes back to my turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I got some of his coins, see, and you can get your opponent's coins by landing on the space. And then, so now it's his turn, back to his turn again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he can choose to attack. So let's say he chooses to attack me. So now I have to lay my 5 cards down. So these are his 2 cards right here in the corner. I'm going to lay this guy in defense. And then I'm going to lay this guy in attack. And then I'm going to lay this guy in defense. And then I'm going to lay this guy in defense. And then so now he can choose to attack with his face down monster, which he's going to do so, and attack me. He's got attack 1100 and I've got a health 1600. So he dies because I have 500 attack more than his monster. See? I have 500 more health than his monster does. 1400 health. But since I was put in defense, he would actually attack me for 1100. So actually I would be the one who died. That was my mistake. But I would be the one who died, and his face would go back in a face-up position on the field. So now he can either choose to attack again, or it's my turn. So he chooses not to attack again, because now he's more vulnerable to my attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got another coin. That way you can combine monsters as well. So now that he's done attacking me, I take my monsters and put them back into my hand. But before my turn's over, I can choose if I want to combine. Every turn you have the choice if you want to combine. So let's see what you got. I've got 60, so 60 goes back to the off of the board pile. I get 10 back as my change. And then also, now I can take 2 of my monsters and combine for another strong monster, which I'm going to do so. I'm combining my Hidden Bottle with my Dropling to gather 1 more rare card, which that's the rare card that I just pulled. And then those are sent to the graveyard. So now we're down to our last 2 monsters. So now it's Green's turn, so they roll. 1, 2, 3. 1 away that turn. Okay, now it's my turn. I rolled a 3. 1, 2, 3. I choose to battle. So basically, I choose to attack this green monster right here that they have, this grass monster, which its health is 1400. My attack is 2000, so they lose by 600, and their defense is lower than mine as well, so they would lose by 900. So their card is sent to the grave. And see how combining your monsters helps you win the game, because I still have 2 monsters left. They only have 1 monster left. So then that's the end of my turn. I'm right here. So then they roll. They get 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they choose to do 4 and get the coin. So then it would be my turn after that. So they get a coin. So I roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So since I landed on it, I get this coin. So now I have enough to combine my 2 monsters to try to get an ultra rare. If I don't get an ultra rare, I'll just get a rare. So And you can never, when you're combining, you have to show the other players your mat. So here I have these two rare monsters. So I'm combining because I have a coin that was worth 40. And then over here, I have 10 that I'm bringing over here. See? I'm putting the 10 over here into the discard pile. And I also used that heart, so now I'm down to 2 hearts that I can negate. Oh, and this also, you can draw 5 new cards from the pile. So I'm going to use my potion, and it goes to the discard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now I used my potion. And everybody gets these. Everybody gets coins, potions. Each person gets 3 bad hearts, 3 good hearts. And each person gets 5 large coins and 10 small coins on their first turn. So now it's green's turn. So they move 1, 2. And they can choose now, since the card's on the field, they can choose to put their monster back in their hand, which they're going to do so. So here's their hand. So I combined also, so let's get that off of the field. So now these 2 monsters are sent to the grave. And I draw for a rare. So my rare was just another green, so it goes back into my hand over here in this corner. And then they can't attack, so that's it for this turn. And so it's my turn to roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, their turn. 1, so they can move and get the coin. So they get 40 coin. So now before their turn's over, they can also choose to do it. But they would do it on their own mat. Of course, if you're playing with multiple people, they're going to be playing on the green mat. But for just this example, I'm going to combine their 2 monsters. They have a total of 30, they have 70, so they would get 20 back from the discard. So they get 20 back from the discard because each time it costs 50. So they're going to combine this monster and this monster. And then they draw 1 rare monster. So right now this is their hand. So these 2 monsters would go to the graveyard. So now I'm up to 7 monsters, and they're down to their last 2 monsters. So then it just continues. It's their turn, my turn, and everybody attacks until there's no more coins, 1 on the field. 2, no more monsters on the field. And the automatic person who has no monsters on the field would lose. So right now green is technically losing, but they still have a chance to come back because they have 2 monsters left. So that, in simple rules, is basically how you play Circle Creatures. That's all. If you guys want to see more videos from me, just drop a like and tell me if you like Circle Creatures. Have a wonderful day. Please like and subscribe. Goodbye.